PricewaterhouseCoopers had an outstanding performance in 2011 with growth across all service lines and geographies. This strong growth enabled it to regain its top ranking as the largest accounting firm on the planet by beating out Deloitte. Deloitte reported fiscal year 2011 revenues of $28.8 billion, thus falling short by $420 million after being ahead in 2011 by an extraordinarily slim margin of just $9 million. PricewaterhouseCoopers fiscal year 2011 revenues for year ending June 30th, 2011 was $29.2 billion, a 10% increase from $26.6 billion in the fiscal year 2010 in U.S. dollar terms. In terms of service lines, 2011 assurance revenues of $14.1 billion was up 6.5% from $13.3 billion in 2010. Audit grew at the strongest pace in the past 4 years. PricewaterhouseCoopers noted excellent performance despite a competitive market and downward pressure on prices. Tax revenues of $7.6 billion increased 7.5% from $7.1 billion in 2010 due to increased demand for tax and human resource consulting, indirect tax services, and tax accounting and compliance work. Advisory services was the top service line as revenues increased to $7.5 billion, up 20.2% from $6.2 billion in 2010, driven by outstanding performance from consulting businesses due to recovery in M&A activity and contributions from strategic acquisitions. Asia and Australasia 2011 revenues rose to $5.1 billion from $4.2 billion in 2010. Asia grew 13.5% and Australasia zoomed 38.4%. Americas turned in an excellent performance with 2011 revenues at $10.8 billion, up 11.6%, 12.7% from $9.7 billion in 2010. Europe 2011 revenues of $13.3 billion rose a solid 5.5% from $12.6 billion in 2010. PricewaterhouseCoopers noted Middle East and Africa revenues rose 20%, and South and Central America grew 23%. PricewaterhouseCoopers confidently stated it expects growth to remain healthy in fiscal year 2012 as companies continue to position themselves for better times. A detailed performance PDF analysis can be downloaded at www.big4.com/analysis. You may reproduce or distribute parts or whole of this analysis, but prominent and full attribution should be given at all times to the 2011 Big Four Firms Performance Analysis by www.big4.com.